friends, I am Vidisha and the story that I will be telling you all today is based on the topic of curiosity. Do you people know what is curiosity? Let's say you see something new and different type of questions come into your mind. Like, what is this? Why is this happening? Or, how is this happening? So the questions of what, why and how are questions of curiosity. And it is this curiosity that has led to major inventions in history and even now, today in the present times. So always remember to keep this curiosity alive within you, because who knows, maybe you are the next person to invent something new. It is the eagerness to learn new things that has helped inventions happen throughout the world. And today I will be telling you about one such invention, which is nothing but the trains. I know most of you must have seen a train sometime or the other. And maybe some of you have even travelled on trains to very far off places. However, ever wondered, how was the train invented? Or who invented the train? So, train was invented by a very famous Scottish scientist, James Watt. By Scottish, I mean that James Watt was born and he lived in Scotland, which is a country in Europe. But James Watt wasn't a scientist right from his childhood. However, he was very good with his observation skills and had the curiosity within him to answer the questions that came into his mind. So one day it so happened his mother was making tea. Now you people know how tea is made, right? If not, let me tell you. So tea is made by boiling water in a tea kettle, and that boiling water is then used for making the tea. Right. So just similarly, James Watt's mother was boiling water in the tea kettle to make tea. And James Watt noticed that the steam which is formed from the boiling water, it was pushing the lid up and down continuously. This gave him the idea how strong or how powerful that steam is, that it can lift a heavy lid of that kettle up. Also, he noticed when you turn the lid upside down, there are small water droplets on the underside of the lid. He knew water can be converted to steam when you heat it. But now he also knew that steam can be converted back to water, as was shown by the water droplets. I know you people must have also seen this. Whenever we cook rice in a vessel, have you ever noticed the underside of the lid? There are so many water droplets there. Similarly, this was the observation of James Watt. Now during the time of James Watt, trains were already there and they were running on steam. Hence they were called steam engines. Right. So although steam engine was there was a problem with that engine. It was that when the water boiled, it converted to steam and then that steam used to escape. Right, so with a limited amount of water, the train could only move to very small distances, because after that the water was not available anymore. But now James Watt's idea was applied into the steam engine and this was developed. So the steam that was formed in a steam engine was then converted back into water. This way, with the limited amount of water, the train could move to longer distances. Right. And now we know, with advancement in time, trains are now run in electricity. However, just imagine, had James Watt not got this idea, Had he not had the curiosity and observation within him, the dream of traveling to far off places would have never come true, because the train would have just stopped before even reaching your far destination. So, this is how his curiosity helped him. Now, James Watt was just a small child like you all people. But what he had within him was observation and curiosity. So, do you all also want to be scientists like James Watt and help the people around you? So friends, now that you have heard this story, you must have understood that there are some words which you don't know the meaning of. So, let us see the meaning of some of those words in this vocabulary list. The first word is curiosity. Curiosity means the desire to learn or know about anything. The second word is invention. It is a unique or new device. It can be a method or a process. The third word is scientist. So, who is a scientist? Someone who conducts research to advance the knowledge in an area of interest is known as a scientist. Fourth word is childhood. It is the time period in years of being a child. Fifth and the last word is observation. Observation is the action or process of closely looking at something or someone. Next we have something very exciting activities for all of you which are based on the story that I just told you. Let us see one by one what these activities are. So the first activity is question and answers. I will be asking some questions to all of you, and you all have to think carefully and give me an answer to those questions. The first question is, where did James Watt live? I hope you all have thought of the answer. So James Watt lived in Scotland, which is a country in Europe. If you all look at the screen, you will see a map of Europe in which the country Scotland has been highlighted or pointed out. The second question is, what was James Watt's observation? So if you all remember the story well, then the answer should be James Watt observed that tiny water droplets are formed from water vapor on the underside of the lid of the kettle. This explained that water can be changed back from vapors to water drops. The third question, which is also the last question, is that what were trains run on earlier and what are the trains run on now, that is in today's date? Yes, you all got the answer correct. Earlier trains were run on steam from boiling water, and now they are all run on electricity. Next we come up with a different activity which is called match the following. So if you see the screen, towards your left side there is a list of words, and on the right side there are some pictures. All of you have to match the word with respective pictures. Now let us see which word matches with which picture. As you can see on the screen, the answers are shown. I hope you all loved the story and also loved the activities that were based on this story. It was a great pleasure of mine to be able to share such an inspiring story with all of you, and I hope that all of you are now very much inspired to keep a notice of all the actions taking place around you.
Thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe.